Good afternoon. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Tuesday, November 22nd. So far this Turkey week has not turned out exactly as we expected. Again, European debt issues and a little mix of a spin or scare tactics on the U.S. economy, with today's being GDP for the previous quarter being revised downward to 2% versus 2.5%. And that, of course, has the recession idiots we've been hearing about from the last 2 months out pumping the same wrong garbage that they were pumping before. 2%, not a barn buster, but 2% growth is not a double dip recession like everyone's trying to tell us. European issues, pretty much the same thing. They're going after Spain. They're going after Italy. The Europeans just don't know what the hell they're doing. They've got their heads up their ass, and each and every day, we get some news out saying nothing's going to happen. We did have a nice little rebound today, and the reason for that was news that the IMF had set up a new liquidity fund for Europe that was able to bounce us back to green from being down 100 points, but you still had a little bit of selling in the market, and given the size of the sell-off we had yesterday, traders are pretty skittish, even though we continue to see very, very nice momentum in the market. And we'll jump into that in a little bit. But looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see we've fallen into this really tight, bullish falling wedge. And we've consolidated down here at the 11,400 area, just below the 50-day moving average. What we'd really need to see is a break above that 11,550 area. We get a better idea looking at the daily chart. Looking at all these indice charts, they don't look that pretty. But as we know, markets like this can turn on a dime, especially when it's news-driven related. And the news that's driving it is the same old news we've been trading off of over the last several weeks. We looked like we were going to get a very nice hammer bottom on the daily chart today, and actually across all the indices, but some sellers came into the close and sort of gave us a little fuzzy outlook on that. I think we're going to rally tomorrow. Now, one thing that was probably the reason why we saw that dip, right on the bell, we had the Fed come out and say that they're going to do a fourth round of stress tests for U.S. banks. Not a surprise at all. We had that news out this morning on Bank of America, but that sent the futures down a little, which, in my opinion, I think we're going to see the futures pop or bounce back tomorrow morning before the open. So let's see if we're right there. Time for a little turkey rally. I'm tired of this redness. We've been red for the last 4 days. We've had very nice momentum in this market. Let's get a little holiday fun here over the next couple of days. What do you guys say? SMH, same chart, close under the 50-day moving average. We'd want to see it get back above that level. Volume still a little bit below average, but we started to see it tick up a little today. A lot of it buying volume, and then, of course, that late day down wave negated all that. Russell 2K, similar story here, back down to the 50-day moving average. So we are coiled here. We're looking at 38 to 50% Fibonacci retracements across all these indices from the October lows. So now is the time to get that little snapback move, and hopefully we will get it tomorrow. Now, one thing that I find as a positive today, and actually one of the reasons I think we've had this sell-off over the last couple of days that you won't see reported in the headlines, this MF global crisis, with the fund blowing up, $1.2 billion missing now of clients' money. That spooked a lot of traders, a lot of big money traders, and a lot of hedge funds. And what we saw over the last couple of days was essentially, in my opinion, a rush for liquidity, which is why we saw commodities hammered like they were, and why we saw some of the bloat caps, the high beta large cap stocks like Amazon, Apple, Google, those sort of stocks get hit more than the overall market. Those are the kind of stocks that these funds and large traders use to leverage the crazy leverage bets that they make. So whenever you see them going out and raising cash, those are the stocks to get hit. But we did see gold bounce back nicely today. We also saw oil bounce off the 20-day exponential. So let's see if we're able to get back above that $100 level. That will look good for stocks, or that will actually help us in the overall outlook on the market. But let's jump into some stock plays. Doesn't really matter anyway. red market, green market, we are going to have a monster play. BWEN, 100% winner from our call now. First one on this, as always, just like BIOF, PEIX, another monster winner for us. Big time news today on BWEN. Contract with Caterpillar. Pretty big deal in my opinion. I'm surprised the stock was not up more, but a very nice breakout. Next target is a move to 87 cents, and then the 200-day moving average at $1.10 closed very, very strong. Closed on its highs. We should be rocking and rolling on this one tomorrow. Very, very nice chart setup. And as you can see, we've got lots of upside room on this chart. And volume continues to get bigger and bigger on each of these spikes. So we are due, this is setting up just like it. Let me pull up that chart. This is how the PEIX rally went kaboom and ran, 200, 300%. Same sort of thing, stair-step move, higher and higher volumes each time. ANX, one of our bio plays that we jumped back into, holding the 61 level, very, very nice. Maybe this is one of these stocks that we'll get a little turkey rally on. Patiently sitting on this one. MRNA, nice little pop a couple of days ago. We retraced on the market. 14 cents and under, I think, is a very nice risk-reward pickup on this little biotech stock. Another one, TELK, 30 cents breakout. These guys are also presenting at the same conference as CYTR, which, has gotten attacked over the last couple of days as well. But that's the nature of this market right now. TRID, monster winner for us on Friday. Over the last 2 days, it's retraced on way lower volume. I'm looking for a stair-step move higher here. We pressed our bet on it today. We added to our positions. 25 cents should send us higher. One positive note here. Late in the day, the large bidder that we have seen appear on this stock quite a few times over the last several weeks. He appeared on Thursday, and the stock ran 50% over the next 2 days. Made an appearance today. He also made an appearance when we played this one from the move to 45 to 58 cents. So let's see if we get a nice little spike in this one tomorrow. And check out the chart. We're about to get a positive MACD cross tomorrow, and that has coincided with very big runs in TRID since September, and stochastics still in the basement. The same reasons we jumped into this one last week are still in effect. Time for a little bounce on this baby. ZHNE insiders have started buying here. The CEO bought 53,000 shares. The CFO bought 25,000 shares. First insider buys on this stock in many, many months. Very bullish sign in my opinion. $1 break sets this one free. 90-cent area. I would be looking to accumulate this one. Actually, we'll go on this one next. Sirius. Here we're looking at a 1-year chart on Sirius. Nice range break on Sirius. When this one blew up for us back earlier in the year in the April-May timeframe, that 190 break is what lit it up for that 30% move. And we saw that action again yesterday and today. We popped briefly above that 200-day moving average, but the market weight was a little bit too much for Sirius, and we pulled back. This is exactly the same thing that Sirius did when we played that huge breakout back in April and May. So I'm not concerned about that breakout. I would place my stops at $1.74, $1.75. If it dips under $1.80, I would look to add to my position, and that's how we're going to play this stock, or at least that's the plan for now on it. 220 target. This will also be on watch for a rule of 2 play, so get ready for that alert as well. Last but not least, YRCW. This is the shipper, woefully undervalued in my opinion. They eliminated almost all of their debt. They've issued like 3 billion shares, but when you take that into account, market cap is around 300 million. All its peers, if it was based or traded even close to where its less profitable peers trades at, this would be a 15-cent stock. Picked up a little bit today. Nice little symmetrical triangle formation. 5-cent break gives us 6 to 8 cents. We got 1 cent downside, 2 to 4 cent plus upside. This is the kind of stock usually every Turkey week, we see one of these small cap stocks just go bananas to the upside. This could be one of them. RSI is actually about to break the 30 level for the first time since its tank from the ones back in the summer. Stochastics under 1. We're about to get a flip on ADX. And, you know, I think for a turkey gamble play, this is a very nice risk-reward play here going into over the next few days. So that's it for the video. We've got some very, very nice chart setups. Actually, you know, before I go, I want to show you something that we've been noticing lately, and we've profited on some of them. You'll hear me talking about in the chat room the dip and rip move. And essentially what that is, the robots come in or some fund comes in, they knock all the support out of a stock, scare everyone out, stock drops, and then same day or next day, the stock goes kaboom. We've seen it happening quite a bit. BWEN, they did it twice. Remember, BWEN was trading at 43 cents yesterday morning, and then it had a fat rebound. So they dipped it, they ripped it. We're seeing that a lot. Today, YMI, 153 on the open. They dipped it all the way down to 103. Then they bounced it back to 136. ALXA, another one, was at $1.06. They dipped it all the way to 88 cents. Then they ran it all the way back to $1.06. The reason I'm bringing this up, keep an eye on this. It's hard to trade these moves with stops. It's not like the old days. These robots are ruthless, as you can see from the moves in the previous two charts. The reason I bring it up, those are the kind of plays you want to be looking for, because if you get in at the right time, you can make some serious, fast, big coins. So just a shout out to keep an eye out for plays like that. That's it for the video. Any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the chat tomorrow. Goodbye.